In the novel Never Let Me Go, written by Kazuo Ishiguro, the author explores how people in their world are incapable of controlling their own identity, as they have been originally fitted to be a clone and to donate their organs. The setting created in the novel proved to be an important aspect of leaving the characters unable to have freedom in their own identity. Creating artworks has been something they have been continuously making during their time in Hailsham. Every single student is obliged to make art, thus showing how everyone is pursuing the same path. They do not have other classes such as math, history, etc. The environment they have been living in limits their ability to express themselves and do things they want to pursue. This emphasizes their incapability of being who they are and having their own identity. In the past, students were told that their best artworks would be taken to the gallery, where Madame would occasionally visit and collect their best work. Kathy says, "I must by then have already known about the gallery because I remember the excitement and pride. None of us were good enough for the gallery yet." This shows how there was a standard of being good at art and how being selected for the gallery is something they are obliged and forced to pursue, leaving them no choice but to follow the path they were put in. The students in the novel live in something that is similar to a boarding school called Hailsham. The environment of the school has created their own social ways and system between the students and the guardians. The students are not allowed to speak of certain things, nor they are told what their future will hold after Hailsham. The gallery where students' artworks get taken gradually becomes a forbidden word. This portrays how they are clearly not able to understand and know the truth behind the real purpose. Kathy says, "We never mentioned it to the guardians, and looking back, it seems to me that it was a rule we imposed on ourselves as much as anything the guardians had decided." When a student accidentally said the word gallery, a professor said, "Let it pass, we'll pretend you never said that." The environment and regulations set at Hailsham shows that students do not have the freedom to do whatever they wish to do. They are shaping the students to meet the standards of Hailsham, thus leaving them unable to control their own identity. When Kathy says that we are different from our guardians and also from the normal people outside, we perhaps even knew that a long way down the line there were donations waiting for us, but we didn't really know what that meant. As you can see, their future are technically already set for them. The reader knows that their purpose is to donate their organs after they leave Hailsham. This illustrates how they are incapable of changing their future. In this passage, the author used dramatic irony, showing how the audience understands something about a character's life but the characters do not. In this case, Kathy does not understand the real purpose behind the donations and how they are clones when she says, "But we didn't really know what that meant." When Madame says, "You poor creatures," by describing Hailsham students as creatures further illustrates how they are rats in experiments. They are described as inhuman even though their characteristics and physicality are human. The author decided to use this word choice to sort of remind the audience that they're different and will forever be different from normal human beings. This further portrays how their only purpose is to be used in an experiment, without having the need for them to have an identity. This is essentially how Madame sees the children at Hailsham. The author uses symbolism to portray the incapability of Kathy and the rest of Hailsham students in controlling their own identity. When Kathy sees the boat laying down on the beach, she says, "I wonder how it got here." In this scene, Kathy, Ruth, and Tommy are near the fishing boat. I believe that the boat serves a symbolic meaning as it reflects on their life. Since the beginning of time, they did not have the choice to be who they wish to be. Their lives were set for them, and they are what they are today. Similarly, it is the same case with the boat. A boat's life is set to work and function in its own way. A boat didn't have a choice to be something else. By saying, "I wonder how it got here," illustrates how their life is symbolic of the boat. We do not really know why the boat is here, and in the context of the novel, the reader also wonders how the students got here. From this novel, the setting created and the authorities such as Madame has shown to be obstacles for students like Kathy to be able to be in control of their own identity and future.